Hi, my name is James Azli from Archery Supplies, and today I'll be showing you how to set up your new arrows. Today I'll be showing you with the brand new Pandarus CA320 XTs, spin wing vanes and bite and knock. So all you need to set up your new set of arrows with spin wings is a pair of pliers, the biter tri-aligner, a pen to mark your shafts, hot melt glue, a heat gun, points, the ones that came with the arrows, some pins, they also come with the arrows, and also knocks. So I'm using the biter asymmetric pin 2s, and also spin wings. So I just wanted to note that the spin wings I'm using are the spin wings 1 3/4 inch right-handed. First thing you're going to do, grab the set of arrows. So here I've got the Pandarus CA320 XTs, and I've already taken out the points and the pins that we're going to use for these arrows. So what we're going to do now is grab the hot melt, pliers and the heat gun, and we're going to be installing, see it, the pins into the arrows like that. So to install the pins, all you need, as mentioned before, is a hot melt stick, pliers and the pins itself, and also the heat gun. So what you want to do is over here, you want to heat up the hot melt glue over the heat gun, and then just rub it on there to transfer the glue onto the point, or onto the pin here. Then once that is done, you want to heat up the pin to just make sure the glue is melted a bit, and then just put it in the end of the arrow shaft and just turn it slowly so it sticks around. Then once you have installed the pin, you just want to rest it on the pin just while it dries so it holds in place. Then you just repeat it for all 11 other arrows. So now all the pins are installed on our arrows. Now we need to put the knocks on. So this is a pretty simple step. All we need to do is place them on the end. All we need to do, place them on the end of the arrow just like that, and push them in until it goes to the very end. So on these arrows, they're marked with Pandarus and the CA320 XTs. So what we want to do is just line up the arrow, or line up that mark with the side of the knock here. So all I'll do, twist it around, so then that side of the knock will line up with the CA320. So now you just do that for all your arrows. Then we'll go into the next step, is to install the points on the other side. So for me, these arrows, I'll be leaving them uncut as the correct length of what I need to shoot. But you can either get your local archery shop to cut them, or your club, or when you order them through Archery Supplies, you can put in the length you want them to be cut at. So these arrows come with these stainless steel 120 grain points made by Pandarus. But for these arrows, I will be putting in these tungsten points here. So Pandarus make them, and you can buy a set of the CA320s with these tungsten points, or you can purchase them separately. So I'll be putting these 120 grain tungsten points into these arrows. So it's basically the same as putting the pins in, just on the other side of the arrow. So to install the points, it is basically the same as the pins. You just want to hold the point in your pliers, heat up the hot melt, put it on the point, then from there put it into your arrow, twisting while installing to make sure the glue is spread around. Then you leave it with the point down while it dries, just so it stays in the correct position. So just like installing the pins, there's just a bit of glue left behind on the arrow, and to just get rid of this, same thing, just use your fingernail to just peel it around, and eventually you can just peel it off just like that, and it comes off. And now you've got a pin on one end and your point on the other. So these arrows are basically ready to shoot. All you need to do is put the fletches on. When you're using the biter triliner to draw or to put the lines on your arrows, if you're using biter asymmetric 2 nocks, you'll use this thing here. Clip it on to your nock. Put it on your nock, just like that. Then from there you're able, you might be able to see it, you're able to slot it into the triliner, and then you're ready to put the lines on. So for me, when using 1 3/4 inch spin wings, I set the red line markers to 6 and 21 to determine the length and distance from the nock of the line I use. And I also, on the bottom, I have it in the middle or the neutral area, but so it is not on any of the angles. So when you put it in, you put down one side of it, and then with your marker pen, you go down the left side or right side. You pick one side and draw it consistently for the whole set of arrows, and then you just go between the markings and draw the line just like that. So it is a bit hard to make out on the camera, but I can see there is a blue line going along there. Then what you do from there, just put the next arm down and just draw the line across, and then you just repeat it for the last arm. Just like that. So then from there, you've got the 3 marked out lines along your arrow. You can take the orange adapter off, and then you're ready to start putting on your spin wings. So when you're fletching your arrows with spin wings, they come in 2 different parts, unlike the normal vanes. So you've got the double-sided tape and the spin wing vane itself. So when you install them, you got the lines on the arrows from the previous step using the tri-liner. And what you want to do is break off 1 strip of the double-sided tape, tear off the backing, and then from there you want to align it with the line, just like that, and put it across like that. Then push it down so it is nice and smooth and sticks to the arrow shaft. So once you have done that for all 3 of the lines, what you want to do from there is remove the other side of the double-sided tape like that, and then get your spin wing and place it on the double-sided tape, following that white line there and making sure it is consistent all the way through. Then once you've done that for all 3, it should look something like this, with the 3 vanes all an equal height at the top and also at the bottom. Then once you've finished putting the spin wings on your arrows, you get the black tape which is included, then stick it at the bottom of the fletch, and then you go around doing about 1.5 flaps or rotations to make sure the vane is securely stuck. You can either do it one side or do both sides. Now your arrow is ready to shoot. So guys, thank you for watching the video on setting up your new arrows, the Pandarus CA320 XTs with biter nocks and spin wing vanes. All the products used in this video will be linked in the description